very warm. Got this radar we gotta put on. Gonna make the mount for it here before we go. So we're busy painting stuff. So that's what the solar panel is gonna look like. But I'm not gonna install them yet until we get to the marina in the water. And now the sideboards are on. And on both sides here, I just got to cut off the plugs for the screws. That's all wet paint in there, so that's been painted. Propane is, the lines ran, just got to put a tank on, test it. And yeah, we got the mast all stripped, so we got all the stay cables all taken off there and stuff marked. So I want this mast now as light as I can, because if you remember back to the video when I brought this thing home, I said I was going to strip it down, make it lighter, so now it's more manageable. So I'm just by myself here. Well, Holly's here too, but I'm going to be doing all the lifting, I guess. So I got everything taken off and marked what I need to. The light and stuff, I have new light. I'll put that on when I get to the marina. This rope, I don't know what this is all about. I'll leave it on there. It's kind of a bumper. There's I got a light for here too. This is an old incandescent. So I was thinking I was probably going to just leave that, and then when I'll do that to marina, it's much safer in case it gets bumped. This is where the spreaders go. So that looks all good. So here's my radar. 14-inch Bluetooth. So radar is fine, but problem was mount. The darn mount for those things are, well, you can get a mount that's actually more money than what the radar is, the backstay mount, the gimbal one. Radar is going to be useful in the fog and stuff. We're not a commercial boat or nothing like that, so I don't need to spend that kind of money. Anyways, even the cheapest one I could find was like 500 bucks. And it wasn't a proper one. I'd probably have to drill holes and make it fit this one. So it was a bit of a thorn in my side. I had to make a mount for this radar. So that's what I'm doing here right now. I got most of it done. So after some research, I got the mast all stripped down for weight purposes, for loading. Anyways, so you know, you had a choice. Where do you mount the mast or the radar? Do you mount it on a pole on the back, which I don't have a lot of room. I already got poles and stuff back there and solar panels, so don't have a lot of room for that. So I wanted to put it on the mast. And then where do you put it on the mast? So here's where the spreaders are, right here. Some you see are just above the spreaders, and they're saying 16 to 20 feet above the water line. So I'm gonna go with that, which in this case is gonna be below my spreaders. So here's my 18, roughly 18 feet above the water line is right here. So that's close enough. So anyway, here's the bracket I've made up. We got 4 holes. I got it all fiberglassed over. It's all encased. It's plywood. It's I think it's 1/2 inch marine plywood that came out of the head that I repurposed. Took all the paint off it. And it's really sturdy plywood. So I've got the knees here. The knees are screwed onto the board, to the top plate, and then I encased it all with fiberglass. So now I'm going to mount it with, I was looking at using hinges, but the hinges are like 25 bucks each. So I bought a strip of 1/4 inch by, what is it, 1 inch, I think, 3 feet long, of aluminum. So I'm going to use carriage bolts here and here, and then I'm going to thread the drill holes and thread the bolts into the mast. It's going to be threaded here, so that's going to be pretty strong on both sides here. So that's what I'm doing there. So I'm just doing the final things here. And again, this is not going to get installed until we get the mast ready to go on the boat. So here's my brackets on each side I'm going to be using. Because the mast is not real thick, much thinner than this, but so it'll be like this. And 3 bolts, cap screws going into the mast, and then just 2 because the carriage bolts actually sandwich the plywood and there's no way. So the weakest point here is the threads into the mast. So that's why I got 3 there. And then there's a shorter plate for back here. So that on each side, and that ain't coming off of there. No way. So that's what we're doing here this morning. Want to get this finished up. And then a couple odds and sods inside. Here's the hardware for it. A couple odds and sods inside, and then we got to get this stuff loaded up onto the deck. I'm waiting to hear back from our boat mover, and he is going to get back to me. Earliest we can go is in 2-3 days time. I'll be ready. Probably going to fire up today, fire the engine, and make sure all of that's good. Thanks to Holly, we're simulating in the ocean for cooling. Good job, Holly. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to.
Thank you.
Oh, engine's purring kitten.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're a little wet though. What happened?
Yeah, well, I always seem to be on the end of this kind of scenario.
Good. Oh yeah. She's putting the water through her. Awesome. Yeah, just be a few more minutes here.
Okay.
I had her running last year, but it's just everything's good. Oil pressure is good. Water temperature is good. Amperage is good. Oh, good. Temperature stays constant. So that's good. Good job, baby. Yes, everything looks good there. No leaks and nothing. The only thing that can cause problem now is the packing in the cutlass bearing. So that's all good. Had a little leak with the filter first. The lid wasn't on straight, but yeah. Oh yeah. The lid wasn't on straight, but that's just a adjustment, so I did that. So we're just waiting for the mover. Oh, you're all wet. What happened there?
Well,
huh?
Like I said,
so yeah, good. So she's water system's primed there now. Got a new impeller pumped in there, or impeller in there anyway. So
it sounded like it was purring like a kitten.
oh, purring! It's just a beautiful, beautiful little 3-cylinder. Yeah.
What was it like inside? Was it noisy?
Oh no, it wasn't bad.
No.
No, just a vibration.
And I have a question about the propeller.
What?
Well, that casing around the propeller,
Yeah.
like behind it,
Yeah.
is that normal to be all pitted up like that?
Yeah, that's
Or is it a problem with it deteriorating?
no. doing finishing touches. So yeah, that's a new stripe. I just finished doing the stripe on Frill here. Tried freehanding it. It didn't look any good, and it was took too long. So I think that stripe looks pretty good. Sets her off nice. Got the navigational lights there on the rails yesterday as well. Got them hooked up. Yeah, there's a green one over here. Yeah, there's a black stripe. That's a bit of a groove there. That was never painted before in a boat. But, as you can see now, it's looking pretty good, I think. We had the engine run yesterday. We had a propane system going. We had the stove working. Had flame and heat on the stove and the oven, so all that works. Here's the radar mount. That's ready to go. The mast. So yeah, I just got confirmed. Just confirmed with the boat mover, Peter, that he can do it on Wednesday. Today is Friday. So I got today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I got 4 days basically, 4 or 5 days. So that's plenty of time. I got to get that mast up on top and all secure. That's probably the biggest job I got to do. And then we got to load up the van with stuff that's going in the boat. And then we're loading up the trailer with this bigger stuff. The boom rest and the davits, the solar panel stuff. The boom is too long to go in the trailer, so I'm going to put that on the roof of the van. And I got to get the dinghy in the trailer, and I got to get the outboard motor for the dinghy in there. Excuse me. And all the other stuff that's going with us. So yeah, we're going to clean this yard out basically. There's a lot of stuff here pertaining to the boat. So that's what's going on. And like I said, we're just 4 or 5 days from hitting the water, so that's good news. So got the insurance and everything on the boat, and that's ready to go. Okay, just want to show you a couple other things. Actually, put on the rail, the guy wire here, I guess you call it. I forget what you call it. Anyways, the front mounts were. I know this was short from last year. Actually, the white protection, the plastic on it wore off. Now I don't know where to get this. I know someone will tell me eventually. So I just got some white tape and put over it. And it's better than having wire exposed, right? It's you're chafing on the sails and stuff. So anyway, that'll last for this year. It's only easy. So, but these mounts here I moved them. Actually, you see the old holes there. Yeah, because they were tightened right in as far as they can go, so stretched. So I moved the whole bracket back. Same on that side. This side is actually missing a screw, but so yeah, so they're good now, nice and snug, and they don't look too bad. You don't have any wire exposed, so that's good. So that's good. I'll get that upgrade. I'm sure I'll find out where to get this stuff. This is almost worn out, but it'll last for this year. So I'll find out where to get that stuff over the winter, I'm sure. I just couldn't locate it this year. I don't know why. I just haven't found the right person. So, yeah, we're doing a cockpit floor. Yeah, I just finished. So, you've probably seen one of the videos back here. There was some teak, just like it was on here, inlaid into the floor. And I had to take it up and paint it because it was very thin and it was worn out. And so yeah, so you want something here because you can get a bit of water in here, and the water eventually make it back to the 2 holes here. But if you're out in your bare feet or whatever, sock feet even, you can walk around here now, and if it's riding the surface, a little bit of water laying underneath, it'll just go right down through. So this is this material, these 12-inch by 12-inch square that lock together. They're meant for a patio or something around the home, but they're all plastic. So and the lines don't line up here because the way the measurements were, right, it's not a straight line. So that's the way I had to do it, or else the small pieces wouldn't stay together. So anyway, so if you can put aside the lines being off, this way it's all good. Yeah, it's anyways, it's so now it's yeah, it looks a lot better, much nicer on the feet. See all the junk, all the leftovers over there. I have one piece left. That's it. One piece left. So now the weather's really cool today. It's cooling off and we're getting ready to, we still got a couple days left to get ready. So I'm running out of things to do really. So you see the boom is sitting on the van there. That's ready to go. Well, not quite, I gotta tie it down a little better, but I got the trailer almost full. Pretty close, the dinghy's in there, the motor's in the back of the van and stuff. Gotta get the mast up here on the boat, just like you saw video episode what, 3 or 4 I think it was, where we took the mast off.